Hi, Jennifer Meeker Art Ceramics here. So I'm here in my overstock room and I am presenting you a different series every day in my body of work. So today I'm going to talk about my Driftwood series. So the story behind my Driftwood series is my first trip to the West Coast. It was 2011. I believe I went and visited a friend, and I woke up early in the morning, and hadn't seen the Pacific Coast yet because we had gotten there late at night, and I went to the beach and I saw all this beautiful driftwood along the beach, and it was like a cool foggy morning, and it was in this city called Crescent City, and the driftwood was this beautiful light gray color, and it had this really unique swirling and just really unique shapes and designs that it made in the wood. And so I went crazy and photographed it, and this is actually one of the actual pictures from the Driftwood series. And I call it, this here says redwood because it was my first trip to the redwoods too, which I love. So it's kind of a very nostalgic series for me, so I created the Driftwood series. So this is one of my favorites because it's, got that story behind it. And some other driftwood that I've seen is in Falls of the Ohio and in southern Indiana. I came across all this driftwood on the beach, and it was just amazing to see it all. And so each one is individually hand carved and always a different design. And I don't add any of the little nubbins on it like I do in my wood grain series. I like to keep it nice and flat, like it's been washed upon on the shore and it's been sitting in the sun for a while, so all the brown color is taken out of it, and so it's just this gray color left. And I use about 3 different grays on them. Sometimes I put a little bit of brown, so each one is really, really different. And sometimes, let me see if I can find one that has sometimes I add a little bit of a green to it on them to make it look like moss is growing on it. This is a little spoon rest. And then when I came across this picture too, there's also a photograph of me finding nails and staples coming out of that piece of wood. So that's what this little decanter set is I add little staples and screws and nails, and this is all made out of clay, and this has a copper luster on it, so it makes it really look like metal. These are some of my newest pieces to my collection. You see how that's got a little bit of like a green tint to it? And I love the design because it's very expressive. I can really have fun with the shapes. Like this is the plate. I need to make myself a dish set like this. I do have a dish set, but it's in wood grain instead. And then, see, here's some of that green there as well. And I like doing this color combo with a gunmetal color because I feel like that they complement each other. And this is the very popular color. The gray. The grays are very popular in color right now. And then I have some of these plates back here as well. They're hanging platters too, so you have a spot to hang it. And see, this has more browns to it. And so one of my longest coffee mugs I had was a driftwood mug, but I broke it, so I may need to see. So the Driftwood series is inspired by my trip to the Pacific Ocean in California in 2011, 9 years ago. So that's your story behind the Driftwood series.